Yeah. Good morning, everyone. So last session we learned about how we can work with some API data. We will create one example today with that. Have you tried, everyone? Notes I will upload. Yesterday's notes I will upload. But up to general API, because yesterday example was incomplete, just I showed a overview. So today we will finish that example, then I will upload that code, the complete process how we done. Previously API, anyone tried? You tried working with the APIs. Huh? Now today we will see complete example and I will upload that. Right. So what we discussed yesterday was, this is the general one. Yeah, we created a fake store and we created NASA APIs. Huh? Where is this NASA API? Yeah. This is the data we designed. In this data, what happens? We can access the data and display the data of these Mars rover photos. Okay. Yesterday it was showing rate limit. Right. This is what we designed actually. This is all the cards. The photos of those products will be displayed there. Actually, this is one example. Today I will post this example. This is the example for NASA API. NASA API, that is the example. Another example I showed you with our manual data. What is our manual data? So we have product related data. In this, what we done, we have a JSON data file created. In this JSON data file, this is which one? Products.json. In this is the data. And we learned how to consume and present the data in a tabular form. This is another example I showed you, right? But now today we will create a simple complete interface like to handle the design. We will create a simple, as I yesterday showed you, we will use a fake store API. I will first explain what these people have, right? What is this fake store is having? Actually, they provide some requests. What are the requests this website provides? They have get requests. So in the get requests, actually all are get requests for fetching the data. So get requests, what they provide get requests is, they have like this http://fakestore.api.com. That is everywhere. You have to use that prefix. After that, you have /products. This /products, it is actually an array. It is an array of objects. It is an array of objects. That means it is going to present some 20 products they have. First, we are understanding their data. Then we will create a design for them. So they have 20 products. They provide those 20 products in the form of an array. And next they have, actually this one is enough. If you can get all the data, you can apply all your array methods and you can filter, sort, you can do everything. But majority of situations, server side, what we do is to make the querying more simple and easy. For every query, we create a request. Actually, one data is enough for doing everything. But if you create multiple requests, it will reduce the load, burden, and the logic we have to write. So what they have done, they given some more requests, like you have /products/1. This is going to return an object. That object is nothing but it returns specific product by ID. Now tell me how to get any specific product by ID without this. Suppose there are 20 products. I want to get a product whose ID is 7. Actually, they given this URL. If they given this URL, I can just pass 7. 7th one will come. But without that, how we have to access? If they don't give such requests, then what we have to do? This array is returning all 20 products now. Then what we do on that? We will write a query like products dot find because you have to return only one. Here we will use a callback function and it will give the product, and what it will do, it is going to return what it is going to return, the product ID. Product.id is matching with your ID. So instead of writing queries like this, they given URLs like this. So it will reduce the logics that you need to write in the front end, right? So if they don't give, no problem. We can handle that by using this technique. We can do that, right? Initially, this is basic one option. Okay. Now you have some other options. That means we can define products / we have products / categories. This is actually, they give an array of string type. That means they will give list of all categories. What categories they have in a string form, like electronics, like jewelry, whatever categories they are having, they will return in a string form. Then we have another one. We have products / category / category name, like some jewelry. Now what this will do, it is also an array of objects, but this time these are not all products. So specific category products. You can change the category name there, like jewelry, electronics, fashion, any what categories they have, you can use them. So they have these simple URLs for which they will provide data. You can try them. You can see here, I am using like a fake store. In that /products, it is returning all the products. And what is the return? It is an array. Suppose I entered products of here 2. It will give specific product. And observe, every product have a lot of details like ID, product title, price, description, and you can see it is having like description is lengthy, category, image, rating. Rating is again object. That rating object have rate and count. So every product have a lot of details, right? And you see another one, products / category / category name. Specific category name, jewelry. It will return only that category products. So it is also an array, but not all products, specific category related products. We have another one, products / categories. It is going to return all the categories. Products / categories, it is going to return all the categories. Right? That is a string array actually. Now, because we already know how to present object, we already know how to present string array. We just yesterday learned how to present array of objects. Now we can create a good presentation for this. We will create a simple good interface presentation for this. Let's see. We will try to design one small shopping like template. We'll try to design a shopping like template. Let's see. Suppose we have Get Bootstrap. This is Get Bootstrap is a website. In this website, they have themes. They are having some website themes. Let's take here. These are all website related sample themes. They are having so many themes. In this, suppose I select any theme. So any particular website theme. Suppose there is some fashion or some theme here. Yeah, you can see this is a shopping theme. This is the website theme. You can see the preview. Actually, it is a paid theme which people purchase. You see, this is a theme, how it looks like. Now we will try to design this with some our own data. Here, data coming from fake store, right? We are not designing complete because that is generally HTML people will do it all. HTML, CSS people can design it. I am taking a part of this design for our functionality testing. We will see that APIs and all. Let's create something like this, right? Design. So that means design means I will take the header part initially, because these all rest of the things you can create with your HTML, CSS knowledge. So what we will do is we'll do one thing. Let's take a new page. So I will add a new page by name shopper template .html. Shopper template.html. We are taking a shopper template. And in this, we will use complete bootstrap. This is a shopper template. Shopper, so online shopping. I want to use complete bootstrap. Then I am using link relation, style sheet, href, and it is node modules and bootstrap and dist css bootstrap.css. Bootstrap.css. And we have another link relation, style sheet, href, and what? Node modules, bootstrap icons, font bootstrap icons.css. And in the body, I will put a script. Script source is node modules, jQuery, dist jQuery.js. This is actually to use complete bootstrap jQuery also. We will use another script source in the node modules, bootstrap, dist, and JS, and bootstrap bundle.js. These are all the basic things we have. Now here, I'm adding one more functionality here. So what we will do is in this, we will create a class container fluid. And here we will add a header. We are creating a header. In this header, so we will just put a division, and we will put a span here like shopper, and another division. So here we will put a span, and actually this is navigation. Here we are using anchors. In JavaScript, I will show you now how anchors also can use functions. Generally, anchors are used for navigation. Now you will see anchors also can use JavaScript function. How? We will see. Here we will give home, and we will put the categories, what categories they are having. Suppose I am giving like electronics, and I am having a category called jewelry. So I am having category called men's clothing. So men's clothing. So I'd say men's some fashion, suppose like this. So another one, we have women's fashion like this. And we will keep this another container. There we are having a span class BI search, and another span class BI as BI, suppose person. Okay, and we have another span class BI heart, and here I will put a button, and in that we have a span class BI cart. That is actually cart. So button have a class BTN. Usually this is the design. That is the basic design I am having. Now I will keep this here. I will keep this header. I will keep that header as class dflex, display flex. We have flex justify content between, and you can see all three are arranged like this. Now here we are having this shopper. We'll keep some style. So font size is some 25 pixel. Okay, and it's large. And font size, okay, font weight is bold. Okay, that is the shopper. And here we have style, and font size is some 20 pixel. These are fine. And here every span will have a class margin end 2. That means all these spans are having some gap. I'm just using bootstrap class. Some space we will keep between them. I think 3 will do fine. So this is the design. Okay. All these are kept in this way. Now we have right side also. So the classes we are having margin E3. So that is right side margin we are giving. Okay, now you can see some gap is there, and right side what we are having, this header will give a padding also 2. Some gap around will come. Usually BG light, background light, so or say BG light, or say BG some primary. You can put some color. Okay, BG dark, text white. Okay, all these are fine. Right, that is actually the header we are having. Right, so the basic header is there. So margin top 2, it will come a little bit. Now for this button, I will give this button as BTN. So BTN light. That is the button we are having. So I want this button. So the button usually should have a cart symbol also. Actually, this button is having some, this is span. This button is having a span. Usually it is 0. You can see there is 0. Generally what happens is, for this we will put class badge and BG is danger, something that will be like this. And usually what we do is, for this button we will put a position. Position is relative. Then the position of this 0 will be absolute. Position absolute. Then it will keep right side corner. That's what just the symbol we are keeping there, right? We are just adding that. Usually, so we can use this rounded and rounded circle also. Rounded and rounded circle, it will give circle. That is the basic. Here we have, suppose actually for that button, if BTN light is not there, then it looks like this. Actually text white, that means that will display in this way. Your wish, you can add that and define in that way. So now that is the basic we created at the top. And we will make it functional now. That means now what we need to do is, below we need to create, so the header, below the header we will create a section. This section I will keep class margin top 2 or 3. In this section we have nav area and we have main area. 2 areas are there. This section I will keep it as a row. Then nav area will have a column, some 2 columns, and main have a class column 10. In this nav area, I will just create a div, and here I will put a label. So class as form label, and the font weight as bold. Like this I am giving. Here it is select category. And below this we will keep a div. So, and in this div label, okay. In this div we will keep a drop down. And drop down have a class form select. And drop down have an ID LST categories. Okay, that is the drop down. Now you have select category and you have a drop down here. Now what I want is, when anyone opens the page, I want all the categories list to display in that drop down. What categories are provided? Actually, those categories are there in Fake Store. You have Fake Store. In Fake Store API, there is a request called products. In that products, what categories, which is returning the categories. I want these categories to display in dropdown. So when page is loaded, it should come. So what is the drop-down ID LST categories? So here we are writing a function. We will write a script, and the script type is text JavaScript. And in this script, we are defining a simple function. We will write a function called load categories. What this function should do, whenever it is called, it should load all the categories into dropdown. It should load all the categories into dropdown. So what we are doing here, we will write a function. So here we will use fetch. Fetch from which location? http:/fakestoreapi.com/products/ categories. This is returning all the categories. Then we will use a callback function. We will read all the categories. Actually, first response will come. That response we have to return the response in which form? JSON. After that, the function will get all the categories. These categories must be loaded into dropdown. If you want to load anything into dropdown, then it must be an option. Then we have to use a for var category of collection. Collection is categories. So here we are reading every category from categories. Now here what we are doing. So we are creating an option. Document dot create element, and we will create an option. Option have text. Text will be category. And the option have value. Value also category. So text is what you want to display. Value is what you want to submit. Now what we need to do is we need to add this option. We need to add this option into dropdown. So document dot get element by ID, LST what? Categories, append child. Append child is what? Option. We are doing that. Now you can see all the categories have to load. But remember, load categories must work when body is loaded. You are writing a function, but you are not calling it anywhere. So what you have to do, body on load, we will write a function on load. That is body load. We will write a function called body load. On body load, we have to load categories. So now you can see these are the categories loaded from API. Those are the categories, but I want those categories in capital letters. Then you can do one thing. The text we will convert dot to what? Uppercase. Uppercase. You know that. It will convert them into uppercase and display. But in categories, directly the category name is starting with electronics. Because already they have starting with electronics only. But I want at the top all. But they don't have that in their data. Then no problem. Even they don't have here. This categories is not having all. Then what we will do? We will access categories. Into that, we will use unshift. Unshift all. What is unshift? Adding a new element into array at which position? First. Unshift means it is adding as first item. We can use push, but it will be last. We can use splice, which can be at specific position. Right now it is going to add. Right. So now you can see here. So this is done. Now unshift. Now what we are doing here, it is adding a new one called all. So this is okay. This is the option we have. Now we want all products. We want all products in the right panel. Right side, I want to display all the products they have. Actually, what is it? It is in the main area. In the main, I want to display. And I want to display like cards. Then I will use deflex. And I will use flex wrap like option. I will keep style height as some 500 pixel. And I will use another overflow as auto. Because after the height, any content is present, then it should put a scroll bar. Overflow auto means if any content is overflowing, outside the height, then automatically a scroll bar will come, right? It is going to do that, right? So we will see. Now into this main, we need to load all the products. How to get all products? To get all products, there is another API request called products. This will load all products. Now what we will do, we will create another function. What is the function? Load products. This load products have to fetch from http fakestoreapi.com/products. Then, so use a callback function, get response, and return response into JSON. Then the callback function, this will get the data is products, and we need to read every product. Then for where product of what? Products. For every product, we need to create a card. Then where card is equal to document dot create element div. Div is card now. But how it will get a card appearance? Card dot class name. Class name is equal to card padding 2 margin 2. Like this I give it. And every card will have some style, have height, not height, width. I will give the width as 200 pixels. Now in every card, so we need card inner HTML. In every card, we need to design header, body, footer sections. So for every card, here I am creating a div. This becomes a class. First we will put a picture. Picture source comes from, this comes from where? Product.image. And class as card image top. And the height I will give as 150. Okay, that is the image. Below that image, we have a class as card header. In the card header, we will display the product title. Then we will access product.title. After that, we will have a div. This div will have card body. And this I will put a class as card body. In the card body, I will put a data list. In the data list, I will put a data term price. And price will come from, where it will come from, product.price. After that, so we will have rating, and rating contains, this is rating. I will put a span, and I will put a class bi star fill and text success. That is actually star symbol. And beside it, I will keep product.rating.rate. And in the square brace, I will put product.rating.count. We are displaying all the data here. Now, after this card body, so we will create another div. So this div contains class card footer. In that we will put a button, and this button we will put here a span, and this span will have class bi cart 4, and here we will put a text called add to cart, and this button is having the class btn, and what is that? So btn some danger and w100. Okay, now the card is ready. this card must be added into main. That means document dot query selector main into main append child. What is that? Card. That's it. Now this load products should load when body is loaded, and when body loaded, I am using load products. It is loading all the products. You can see it have to load all the products on body load and display. These are all the products it is loading. I will just keep here. I will just keep here in the design. Card height, image height, 120 pixel. Let it be simple. Okay. 100 is enough, I think. Yeah. It's a simple small height I am defining for the card pictures. After that, card header, I will keep style. Height is equal to 120 pixel. Means all the card headers will have common height and body same. It looks uniform. That better. Now this is what we are having, right? And if any description is large, we will do one thing. Card header. So height is suppose 100 only, 100 or 80 we will give. Then we will keep here overflow as auto. That means if titles are large, they can scroll and see those titles. If large title is there for that. So this is all the products related data. Now what happens here? We given scroll bar. That's the reason it is going to display overflow. We have given that, and you can see it is showing to do like this. I can scroll and I can see all the products. So this is the data they are having, and we are presenting the data. Now what is the point is we need to make it work. So for example, now when user selects electronics, only electronics must come. That means we need to add some filters now. Now here in the main, what it is doing, it is loading all products. When body loads, it is loading all products. When you select electronics, again in the same place, it should load electronic products. When I select jewelry, in the same place, it should load jewelry products. That means loading products have to be done several times, but not every time all products. That should change. Then that means this load products should be used several times, but every time not all products. Sometimes electronics, sometimes jewelry. In that case, we will create this function in such a way that it can be used for different requests. How we can use for different requests? We will pass a parameter URL. And that URL parameter we will use here. That means what products it is going to load, that is not decided. That we will decide according to situation. That means what products it is going to load, empty. Currently on body load, you are calling load products. What products it is loading? Nothing. Now in this, you have to pass the URL. What is the URL? http:// what is it? fakestoreapi.com/what products. This will load all products now. Then it will get all products and display. Now important is I need to write logic for drop down change. When I select that drop down, one more point is that when I select electronics, this electronics will load here. But what will happen to the content which is already there? it will add to that content. By default, the new content will be added to existing content. It should not be like that. It should clean up existing content in the main area and it should load the new content. So because you are using append means add. Add means don't remove the existing, add the new. Then what we will do is in the load products, before loading, what we will do here, we will access document.query selector. What is it? Main. In main inner HTML, we will keep empty. What this is going to do, clean up main and add new. Every time it will add new. Now, okay, that is fine. Now what should happen? We have to write change event for drop down. Let's write change event for drop down. Where is the drop down? In that drop down, we have on change. On change, category change. On category changed, we need to write the function category changed. On category changed, I want to know which category they selected. How to get the selected category name? Var category name. How to get category name? Document get element by ID drop down value. That means LST what? Categories dot value. That is nothing but drop down value. That means now category name is the name of the category what they selected. Now what we need to do, I want to display load the products that belongs to that category. I want to load only the products that belongs to that category. How? There is again load products method. In this load products method, specific category products, how we can load, they have their API like this. That API request is having products, category and category name. Category name is coming from dropdown. Then what we will do is here, we will write load products. In that, we will put http://fakestore/API.com/products/category/category name. Category name is coming from dynamic. It is coming from category name you selected in dropdown. In dropdown, which category name you selected, that will come. Now see what happens. Now let's go here. I selected electronics. Then electronics only come. Only electronic products. I selected here jewelry, only jewelry products will come. I selected here men's clothing, only men's clothing will come. And I said women's clothing, only women's clothing will come. And when I select all will not come because there is no logic for that. Because they don't have all at all. Because in their categories, they are having only electronics and all. So what we have to do is here we need to write a condition. What is the condition is if category name is equal to all, what should happen? If category name is all products should load. Then load products. How to load all products? http:// fakestore API.com/what products. Otherwise else, if not, then we will load only the products that belong. Right? We will load only the products that are here. That's fine. Now you will see here I am selecting here electronics, only electronics, jewelry, only jewelry, and I selected all. Again, all products will come. So we can add only specific category related products to display. Now we want the same functionality here also. I want those links clickable. How you can make link also to use a function. We can make the link clickable. So what we can do is, generally, if you want that to happen here, you see, so these are the links we are having. These links should use these. For these links, we need to write a function. So I will write another function. The function I will define here is actually the function I will say now click. Okay. On now click, I will get the category name. That means when user clicks this link, this function should fire up. That function should fire up. Into that, we have to pass category name, which category they click. We need to get the category name, right? Then how you can make that? Remember, for links, there is no on click, because do you know links naturally on click? For links, you don't need to write on click. Link naturally have an option called on click. And on click, what they will do? That decided by using href. That means on click, what action to perform. That is decided by href attribute. So here, when user clicks on this link, href should use a JavaScript function. Then we have to use the word JavaScript. JavaScript colon which function? I hope you learned this in links of HTML. You know, you can create links which can open email app. You can create a link which can open Skype app. You might have learned that. You can use link href as what? Mail to. You can use link href as Skype to, like that. So JavaScript means invokes a JavaScript function. Which function? The function name. Function name is what? Now click. Into the function, we need to pass category name. Home means all. Home means all. That is the category name. Now we will collect that category name here and let's test, is it working or not? Alert. I will just test by using alert category name. I'm just using it. Let's see here. Now link symbol changed, na? So we'll do one thing. We'll just put a style, and wherever anchor is there, color we will put as white. And text decoration we will set none, so that they will not have an underline, right? So that is general link related style we can give. Now when I click on home, we will give this also, anchor hover also. Anchor hover, I will put color as some yellow. That means when mouse is over, it will be yellow. Otherwise it is changing its color. Okay. Now when I click on that, it should show all. Means it is actually using that. Now what should happen is, you know, rest of the work what to do. Now the same function should be used by all links. That means I will copy, and when this link is clicked, what should pass here? So what we have to pass here, we have to pass what? Electronics. When this link is clicked, what to pass here? We need to pass what? Jewelry. Now here some interesting point is that here href, what to pass here? Men's clothing. How you will write men's clothing. Is it okay? Because single quote is there, men's clothing. And you see here, so when I say men's clothing, so when I say men's jewelry is working, men's clothing, it's not working. You know, there is some problem there because single quote is the problem. Then what I can do? Double quote, but already outer string is double quote. So you have to use slash yes, that is men's clothing. Escape. I click on this men's fashion. Now it will be fine. These issues will come regularly, right? Now, similarly, we have to add one more. And here what we have to do. So women's clothing slash yes. So clothing. Like this we have to define. Now what happens is, here you know what to do now. In the script, you know what to do. Again, same condition. Same condition. What we will do, I will copy the condition and I will use the same condition. Category name. Right? That means when what happens here, you clicked on electronics, only electronics will come. You click on the jewelry, only jewelry will come. You click on home again, then all products will come. That means you are doing the filter. So either there or here. One more interesting point is there. Suppose if I ask you, when user selects jewelry, in drop down also jewelry should come. How? In drop down also that should come. For example, here I am using, when user clicks on that, any particular category name, then what will happen here is I'm using document.getElement by ID. What is it? LST categories dot value is equal to category name. I am using the category name. Now here, when I click on electronics, here electronics will come. When I click on jewelry, their jewelry will come. That's important. Lot of consequences are there. Right now, when user selects here, then all will display. Oh, what is happening? Yeah, all is done. This is basic how we can manage. Now, this is up to navigation we design. Now, what should happen is when user clicks on any product, that product must be added into a cart and it should display there. That means now what I have to do is I have to maintain a separate array. This array is actually, this is cart items array. In this array, I need to store only the products that user selected. That means the products that user added, only that product must be stored here. And how many cart items are there? That length should come here. That length should display there. That's what we want to implement here. Now the question is how you write event for this button. And on this button, how you collect this product. That is important. So we will go to here. Where is that add to cart button? In here, this is add to cart button. On this button, we have to write click event. Then we have to use on click. onClick is equal to a function add to cart click. On add to cart click, I need to send the current product ID. Which product add to cart they clicked, that product ID. So here into that event, we will pass product.id. That means on add to cart click, let's write the function here. So we are writing a function add to cart click. We are expecting ID. Let's see whether the ID is correctly coming or not. Alert. I will put that ID. So check whether it is coming or not. I will click here. Suppose this product, that ID is coming. 7. I click on this product. Its ID is 5. That means product IDs are correctly coming. Okay. Then that particular ID product I need to get from API and I need to store in a separate collection. So what is that separate collection? We will create cart items. Cart items. It is an empty array. Cart items is a separate array. And what we will do is this cart items array, how many items are currently there? 0. Then we will write one more function, get cart count. What this cart count have to do? How many items are there? Count, and it should display in the right side panel here in this badge. And what is that badge ID? Where is that badge? Yeah, this badge will have an ID called count. So we will just put as cart count. Okay. And don't use 0 directly because that will change now. That will come according to user selection. Now what we will do here is when user clicks on that get cart, what it will do, document dot get element by ID cart count dot inner HTML. It should display cart items dot length, and we need to call this cart count on body load. On body load, where this is body load, get cart count also. That means now it will display by default 0. Now when user clicks on add to cart, I need to find out this ID. Then we have to use what? Fetch http://fakestore.api.com/products/ that ID related product. This is going to get only the product that belongs to that ID. Now what we have to do, dot then function response and return response dot JSON. After that dot then this is function, this is product. Only one product is coming. This product we need to add into cart items array. How to add into cart items array? Cart items dot what? Push what? Product. That one item is added. After adding get cart count is updated. Now you can see here when user selects jewelry and he selects second item, suppose this second item I select, or third item, I click on add. While when they click on add, we can also show which one they added, like a pop-up we can display. Though let's do that also. Here what we will do before pushing, we will put an alert saying that product dot title /n next line added to cart. This message should come. Added to cart. This message should come. So I am selecting jewelry. I clicked on this one, add to cart. Then it says it is added to cart. Then I OK. Then count is updated here. Right side, you can see now we have one item is in the cart. Now I selected some another. I am selecting another item, add to cart. That's also added. And I say OK. Then there are two items. Now the point is, when I click on this, it should show them. That means on the button click, I should pop up. In the pop-up, I should display what items are in the cart. We need to display that. Let's see. Then pop-up means what? Let's go to that icon. Where is that icon? This is the icon. Under this button, I will create a div and we will put as model fade. That is a dialog box. ID is what? Cart. Cart is the ID. And model usually have a div. So the class model dialog. Model dialog. In this model dialog, we have a div class model content. Okay. In this model content, we are having a simple div. This is class. Yeah. This is class as model header. In model header, I will put a heading, your cart summary, right? And here I will put a button, and this is class BTN and BTN close. And data BS dismiss. Dismiss is equal to what? What to dismiss? Model. And actually, on this button click, it should pop up. Data BS target is equal to hash cart. Data BS toggle is equal to model. Now you can see it is coming, but it pop-up is coming. And this model header, we have a class text primary. Okay. And the model is coming here. But in that, I want to display all the cart items. I need to display all the cart items. This is just heading 4. Means in the body here, I want to display all cart items list. So then what we will do, this close. Yeah. So in the model body, we will use here. So div, this is the class model body. In that we want to put a table and the class as table and the table hover. Okay. In this table, we have table header, thead, tr, th. We want only title and we want preview and we want price. Only 3 details we want to display. Then in the body, we need to load them. Now we need to write the button click event. On this button click, it will pop up. Along with pop-up extra, it should load all the cart items. So we need to write on click, load cart items. This is the function. So we are writing the function here. What is the function? Load cart items. It should load all cart items into table. We know already for where item of what is it? Cart items. We are reading every cart item. And we will create a row document dot create element. What is it? TR. We will create a cell document dot create element TD. But this is TD what? Title. Okay, we will create another TD image document dot create element. Create element. This is also TD. We have TD. What is it? Price document dot create element. Create element. This is TD. Now, what should be TD title dot inner HTML? It should be item dot title. Okay, what should be TD image dot inner HTML? In that we want a picture. IMG SRC is equal to item dot what image, width is 50, is 50. It should be what TD price, right? TD price inner HTML, it should be item dot price. Add all these cells into row. tr dot append child what TD image, and tr dot append child, this is TD price. All are ready. Now what we need to do here, let's see. And here we need to define. How do we configure? I will select here, and we need to add table body now. One more work is there. What is it? Document dot query selector. What is it? T body dot inner, sorry, append child with tr. That's also done. Now you see here, I am selecting jewelry. I added one product. Okay. Now you can see one product is there, but it will repeat. So, not repeating means what happens? You selected another one, you clicked on this, and you can see that 2, but it will come 3 times. It will add one more time again. It should not happen. That's we know already. What we do is here, document dot what query selector T body. Anything before adding into body inner HTML, keep it empty. That's fine. That means now you are selecting here. So I am adding the product added. Okay. Now I am adding second category, another product added. Okay. 2 items are there. It will get those 2. I am adding another one, some electronics, some another product is added, and add that. Okay. And you see 3 items are there. It is displayed. That is the option here. That means how we can add those items. This is a simple example of understanding how the API is used. Now in this, I will give you some tasks. You try to do that. In this, I will give you some tasks. You have to do that. What is the task for you? The task is at the bottom, you put the total. How much? For what? For the items. For the items, they are added into cart. For that, you need to keep a total. How much amount they have to pay for all the items in the cart. One more I will give. Let's try that. Another thing what you have to try is actually in this cart, last cell, this is cell. I will add one more cell where TD is action, document dot create element, that is TD. Now TD action dot inner HTML. In this, we will have a button. So we will have a button. And for this button, we will put a class as bi trash fill. And what we will do is we will add this button also into the cell, into the row. tr dot append child TD action. What is the point is now when user selects and add, it shows add to category. Here, the delete button will be there. I want you to design it. That means this button will have class. Sorry, this is again one more I will give. Another one is BTN danger, like this I given. That means now when user add to cart and click on that, it should display like this. And when user clicks the delete, it must be removed from that array. Can you try that? Already I showed you that in array manipulations example, selected item can be deleted. I showed you that already, right? But you have to do this from a table. I showed you from a drop-down list. In a drop-down list, user selects one city, click on remove city. It will say, are you sure you want to remove? That is the one you need to implement here. Now, can you try these two things? And remember, when you click delete, it should update in the count. When 2 items are there, it should update to 1. Right? This is your task. 95% I finished. And 2% of task you try. Some more task I will give you. Right? First, you have to try up to this. Okay, na? Is it clear? You need to try this example. Then we can add more functionalities. Filtering, searching, sorting. Like functionalities we can achieve. Right? First, you try this up to. Okay? Right? Then tomorrow we'll continue. In tomorrow's session, I will first check what practically you done. Right? I will check your examples tomorrow. Then I will move forward to the next. Right? Then tomorrow will continue. Right? I will give you some more functionalities to this. This entire example I will upload into class. Right? This entire example I am uploading into class. You try this example. I will upload this into class. You try this. And then tomorrow you come up with this solution. Right? The solution is what the task I given. What are the 2 things you have to achieve? Total of the cart items. Next. Yeah, next one, API. That means next one is deleting, right? This is a fake store and NASA API. Both are there in this. I'm copying all that example, which is actually yesterday's and today's. Both are present here. Okay, I uploaded. Then tomorrow we will continue with this. Okay, first tomorrow I will check your exercise. After that, I will go into the class. Okay, right.